Hey guys, it's Gwen Fox, and I'm so glad that you're here. I love having you with me just to share information because your comments are fabulous. I love them. And you know, on this channel, we learn a lot. We learn how to paint, but we also learn how to think as an artist. But we also learn what to do when things go wrong. Let me just show you something here. I have this right here. It's a painting. And you know what? You would think after all these years of painting that I should be able to figure something out before. But I didn't. I was so excited. I wanted this. I started painting, and here's my problem. Now, this painting is raw. It's nothing, not nearly done. But I have a flower right there in the center. But I have this flower on the side, which takes you over there. But what am I going to do with this bit right here? Do I know? No. If you got any suggestions, let me know. This is what happens to artists. We get so excited. We get so thrilled with what we're doing, and we want to just dig in there. And I am no exception on this because I love painting. And then we get discouraged because how are we going to solve the problem? The reason I'm bringing this up is that when you get to a problem such as this, you don't give up. You solve the problem. You learn from it. Will it work? It may not work, but that's okay if you've learned. So that's the point of showing you this. Plus, I'm going to show you the whole process of how I painted this and how hopefully I solved the problem. As I said, if you got any suggestions. Anyway, I know that it's also hard when you get in situations when your paintings are not selling, that you also feel very discouraged. You feel like, why am I doing this? I'm just painting and painting and painting, and people say they love the painting, but they don't buy it. They just move on and they don't buy my work. Do I just stop painting? Am I really good? Those are the questions that I get as an art coach, and that you feel, and that I feel sometimes as an artist. So what do you do? Well, I want to tell you that it's not about whether you're good or not. It's not about whether you're selling or not. What it's about is how much courage that you have. Because I want you to know that you have an enormous amount of courage. But think about it. Nothing is ever thought of as courage for an artist. Courage is running into a burning building and saving a puppy, or a raging river, saving a child. Yes, that's courage. But what about artistic courage? Artistic courage is something that's quiet. It's a quiet endurance of the soul. It's what artists have. Creating from the heart goes hand in hand with courage, with the word courage and the action. Plato called courage an endurance of the soul. And that's exactly what artists have. And that's exactly what we do. Why? Because it takes courage to realize that what you are doing is worthy of your time. It takes courage to continue painting when nobody's buying your art. And let me tell you, here's what I really wish. I wish that those that think that we go into the studio and we have such a good time and we don't work, we play. I wish that they realized and they knew how hard we work and to screw up a painting, because that's what happens. It takes courage to realize that failure is part of success. And when you're not selling, success seems so far away. It takes courage to correct those when they refer to your art as a hobby. It takes courage to be rejected over and over and over. It takes courage to stand in front of your painting and say, this is mine. And here's some lady in a bright green dress and a hat on saying, well, my grandchild could do better than that. Right, I've heard that, and I bet you have too. She may not have had a green dress on, though. It takes courage to believe as an adult in your own images, because everybody else's images seem so much better. But your images are yours, so believe in them. It takes courage to go into the studio and work so hard on a painting, and at the very end of the day, you overwork it and it's dead. It also takes courage to go in the next day and try and redo the painting. And then it takes another level of courage to go to when you go into that next day and then you realize there's no guarantee. There is no guarantee that you're going to have a successful painting. I want you to remember that it takes courage to do what you do. But I think you have forgotten one big point, and that is how far you have come. Do you remember when you bought your first package of paints? Do you remember the first workshop you went to? I remember mine. I remember my first abstract workshop was with Carol Barnes, fabulous teacher, fabulous artist, and my painting was horrible. You have climbed this mountain of artistic success, and nobody's buying. But I want you to take the time to turn around and look back at how far you've come. It's pretty phenomenal. Just get in there and paint again and again, and know that I am going to be figuring out how on earth am I going to take care of this problem. Say, got any ideas? Let me know. I love you. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.